Welcome to Thriving Tribesmen. My name is Kuri, your host, and I'm excited to be making this episode. So, there's one thing that I've discovered recently, and I've mentioned it on the past episodes of the podcast, that the crazy part about the women that you're with is that they don't understand what love is. And generally, because they don't understand it because they don't know how to love themselves. And this is a very important piece. It's very, very important. Because they don't know how to love themselves, they don't recognize love. So you might be actually giving them the best love that you can offer, but they do not recognize it. And this, for me, in my head, I'm thinking of that saying, casting pearls to swine. Like, that's pretty much what it is. That, this pig does not recognize that those are pearls. These are like really expensive pearls. So it's the same thing. You have to imagine that with all the efforts that you're putting in, almost sacrificing everything that you've got to make this relationship work, she's got no recognition of that because, in fact, she looks at it and thinks that you're some pathetic weasel for taking coaching or listening to podcasts about all of this. But really, what it is showing devotion and dedication to making things better. And I want to first of all commend you for it because that's amazing. But getting back to her, she doesn't recognize love because she doesn't know how to love herself. The crazy part about this is that she then expects you to know how to love her, even though she doesn't know how to recognize love, which is absolutely ludicrous, mental, fucking bonkers. So, and I hear it makes me pissed. I can already feel my blood boiling about it because it makes me fucking pissed off that they expect you to know how to love them, but they don't know how to love themselves. So this is why we find yourself in this situation where you're in a sexless marriage, where she thinks everything that you're doing is absolutely horrible. She's unappreciative. He's probably spent this whole Christmas trying to be attentive, trying to be the best husband, treating her amazing. Being, in fact, out of all the husbands that you saw throughout Christmas, you have been a head above shoulders, everyone, but it just still treats you like a piece of shit. Now, this is absolutely horrible because, again, when you cast pearls to swine, the swine does not know, the pigs do not know that you've cast pearls to it because it's of no value. It's of no value because she doesn't recognize what it is. So in 2024, this is our mission. We're going to really structure things where we are, all the efforts that we're doing, we get them to recognize it as something that is special, that it is. And one of the things is, and I've been doing with the guys within Reignited Men, is really casting a compelling vision for what the relationship should look like and what love actually looks like. So we're now really introducing to our wives, what does love look like? And really give them that picture of what it is. And when you do, one of two things will happen. They'll be like, thank you, I'm willing to embrace that. And that's a whole journey of its own. That's going to be a difficult road, but when you do get there, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Then there's the other side of things that they'll look at it and think, I'm not prepared to do the work. And that might mean that you now have to grow separately because it's going to take a level of growth, in fact, a lot of growth in order for you to get to the point where it's not enough just to recognize what love is, but to work towards it is going to be something that is going to be incredibly difficult for both of you. And I know we're getting towards the end. Maybe I should be a bit more positive, but I think this is important. In fact, if from a positive scale, this is probably 98% positive. Because if you get this one picture right, it's like, I always give this example. If you stand up to an airport, bags packed, family with you, you turn up to the airport, ready for holiday, you won't be on a beach, and then you go to the check-in desk and said, I want to go on holiday, they'll look at you like, okay, yeah, you want to go on holiday, we'll get that, you got your bags packed, you got a family here, and then what? That person will be really perplexed. But my point being is that if you plan out that journey and say, you know what, I want to go to Hawaii, and therefore I'm going to book the accommodation, and then I'm going to book the flights and the duration of the holiday and the seating location, preferably first class of the aeroplane. Then I walk up to the check-in counter. It's a whole different thing. And that's what I'm trying to say, that we need to set what that journey looks like in terms of the relationship and what love looks like. We need to redefine that in order to get our partners to see where things should go. Because I think I've been watching these sort of videos where women are complaining about, or not complaining, they're talking about their journey of divorce. And a large chunk of them, they didn't know, because they've now left their marriages of whatever. And once they've left their marriages, when they go out there, they're finding it just as difficult to find somebody who's going to fulfill that, because they don't understand what love is. They've never set that thing, say, this is what love looks like, that's what I want to work towards. And they've not set that destination. Okay, that's the destination. These are the level of certain things that I need to do in order to get there. So we're going to do that, and we're going to establish that. There's different ways. In fact, past episodes I've talked about how do you approach the conversation, how do you structure that, what is she going to say to stop you, or to delay, or to deny, or to blame you, or to shame you when you're having that conversation. How do you navigate around that in order to actually get it to the focus point and then agree to it? Now, like I said, agreeing to it, or at least revealing that, is going to give you one of two outcomes. She sees the journey that needs to be taken in order to get there, and feel intimidated and not want to go, or she says, I'm with you and I trust you to take us there, and then we can go there. And when you can redefine that, it changes your entire relationship. So hopefully you guys, like I said, it's a positive message. It is a bit heavy for Boxing Day, but I think you needed to hear that in order, because I need you to start thinking about 2024. What does that look like? And you need to start on the right foot. Now, if you don't know how to do this and you need help on how to have this conversation for free, you need to go to thriving_tribesmen on Instagram, and we'll be able to show you what that looks like in terms of the conversation. How do I have this conversation in a way that after having the conversation, we are in agreement that we're going to move our relationship from where it is, where we are suffering, to a point where we are both thriving. So again, you can be able to do this pretty easily with some conversations, with some ninja work that I'll be able to show you through our interaction when you come over to the Instagram. So thank you very much, guys. Hopefully you're having a very good year. I'm very excited. Just trivia information, just to lighten things up a little bit. I'll be going to watch the Arsenal game, which is absolutely excited. I'll be at the stadium, so which is in a couple of days. So I don't know, I might do a podcast going on to the Arsenal game, and hopefully you guys are taking that time to do things for yourself, because that's something for myself that I'm doing, making myself scarce out of the house. I would have spent so much time with my family. I just need to spend time for myself, not at work, not with my family, just me having fun, doing my own thing with my friends. So thank you very much, guys. Just a little side note that you might need to know. Thank you. Take care.